come down in Jesus' name.
Let the presence of the Lord come down in Jesus' name.
Let the presence of the Lord from heaven come down. Let the presence of the Lord come down and meet us name.
Let the presence of the Lord
Come down in Jesus' name. Let the presence of the Lord come down in Jesus' name. Let the presence of the Lord from heaven come down. Let the presence of the Lord come down. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
In Jesus' mighty name.
Amen.
Please be seated. We have asked for the presence of the Most High God. Father, do just that. Let your presence come here and fill this place. Let it be among us. Let all of us understand what you're about to teach us. It is not about me. It is not about any man. It is about you. It is about your heart. Father, grant me the privilege to speak without fear or favor. To speak according to what you want. And at the end of the day, glorify your name. Have mercy, O Lord. In Jesus' name. Today, we want to talk to ourselves about blindness. Blindness. We believe that when someone is blind, it means that the person cannot see. The person does not understand the light that is coming into the mind. So he cannot see. A blind man is a person that, though other senses will be functioning, but the sense of seeing, the sense of sight is absent. So, what relevance is that? Here. We will all sit down and say, but I'm not blind. I can see. If I cannot see, I will not be able to look at you right now. But you will realize that most of us are blind. Let's go to Ephesians 42. Isaiah 42. Isaiah 42. Verse 19. Isaiah 42, verse 19. Isaiah 42, verse 19 says, he said, who is blind but my servant, and deaf like the messenger I sent? Who is blind like the one in covenant with me, blind like the servant of the Lord? Here, God is saying that those that are supposed to have sight, the gift of sight, are the ones that are blind. Those that are supposed to understand that God has called, that is their ears are supposed to open, are the ones that are deaf. Those that are in covenant with the Lord, these ones are blind. And it's annoying to God that how can I be your God? I am the Father of light. And the people in the medical profession will tell you that blindness is the absence of light going into the retina. If light cannot go into the retina, that is when you are deemed blind. And that same situation is happening. light, Father of light is God. And yet his light is not going into us. That is why we are blind. Many people stand before the children of God, before the men of God, before the church of God, before situations, and they are blind to what God is saying. No wonder God said that the children of Issachar, they understand time and season. Children of God, we are in a very, very perilous time. The time when the servants of God are supposed to open their eyes. The time when the messengers of God are supposed to open their ears. And the time when those that are in covenant with God are supposed to be sensitive. That is the time. The time we are in is like the time in Isaiah 60 that says, though darkness will fill the land, gross darkness upon the people. That is the time we are in. But who is blind? Like my servants. What the servants of God and the children of God and those people that God has entrusted with so much, what they are doing is poaching. I want my church to be big. I'm running after church members. I am doing this. Oh, can you come to my church? It is not about church anymore. It is not about how big your church is, how many aircrafts you have, or how many limousines you have. Those things are gifts of God. I'm not disputing it. But that is not the time we are in now. We're in the time of warfare. The time when Christians are supposed to open their eyes and know that they've been blind for a long time. What is the effect of blindness? When someone is blind, what is the effect? You can see the effects in Isaiah 42:22. Isaiah 42:22. Let's first start with 20. Let's first start with 20. It says, you have seen many things. You have seen many things. Those things that I've already warned you about in the Bible. That a man will run after a man. That men will run after animals. That nations will rise up against nations. And men against men. You have seen situations where there will be so much unrest on earth, when the name of the Lord will be dragged into mockery, when comedians will find no other means of making jokes, but they will use God, they will use people of God, they will use the name of God. That is the time we are in now. The time that has been warned, that we have been warned about. They said, you have seen many things, but you pay no attention. Your ears are open, but you do not listen. Once in a while, a good and a true son of God will come up and will say things and you will shout him down. But you see another person, because he has accolade, because he has so much, he will speak and you will listen because he's saying what you want. And very soon you will see that, it was discovered that he has buried human in his church. And also he has signed an agreement with principalities and powers. But yet, those that are supposed to see these things are not seeing it. Because they are blind. Because they are deaf. Because they are supposed to understand the heart of God, but they don't. They don't. That's why God is saying, you have seen many things, but you pay no attention. When you pay no attention in school, you fail. When you pay no attention at work, you are sacked. When you pay no attention on the road, you get an accident. Paying attention is important. But what is happening? those servants of God are no more paying attention. They are rather counting. And someone was telling me, he said, do you know a man of God that he has so much? And I was like, let everything that he has perish with him, if he does not speak the word of God and the heart of God. It is God. God says, I am the one that teach your hand to fight and teach your hand to prosper. If you forget what God has said, He is the one that is capable of wiping everything out within a day. Did He not do it to Job? Even in his faithfulness. So who are you that you are unfaithful, that you can now stand up and count wealth instead of count the glory and greatness of God? He said, you have seen many things, but you pay no attention. Your ears are open, but you do not listen. That this time that we are in now, right now in China, Christians are being persecuted, and yet they are growing. You are not seeing that. Right now, the United Kingdom, the Christian heart of the world, the place where Christianity, the United Kingdom made more of Christians than Jerusalem ever made. What is happening right now? Is falling back. Is falling back from what God has called it to do. Because he has eyes, but he's not seeing. He has ears, but he's not paying attention. And all those that are handling it, they are not listening. Now, what will happen if you are not paying attention? I said, if you are not paying attention on the road, you have an accident. If you are not paying attention at school, you will fail. If you are not paying attention at work, you will be sacked. If you are not paying attention to your family, you will end up having children that you will regret for the rest of your life. Attention, paying attention. Now, what is God saying about paying attention? He said because they are not paying attention. Let's go to Isaiah 42 verse 22. 42 verse 22. He said, but this is a people plundered. What is the meaning of being plundered? The meaning of being plundered literally means being raped. When you stack out everything a person has, everything, the jewelries, the greatness, the beauty, the glory of a nation or the glory of a person, and you sweep everything away, that person is being plundered. And it usually comes from the victor going into the house of the defeated and taking away everything he has, including his wife, his children, his jewelries, and making him naked. Lying him on the floor and putting your feet on his head. That is being plundered. He said, but these people, that is, the people that the children of God, the men of God, the pastors, the reverend, and everyone that is in charge of God's affair are supposed to take care of. But because they were blind, this is what is happening to these people. He said that they are being plundered. They are being looted. All of them trapped in pits. Are we not trapped in pits right now? Because of political correctness. Because of, I don't want to offend someone. Because of, oh, let them do it. The body of Christ is one. Be it you are a Catholic, Redeemed, Pentecostal, or whatever. You can break it down into anything you want. As long as it is Jesus Christ that you're talking about, as long as it is the Lord God of all creation that you're talking about, you are one body. Stop stealing from each other. Your enemy is not outside there. It's within. You are your enemy. And I went on evangelism someday, a long time ago, and I was talking to someone and said, sorry, I'm not a Christian, I'm a Catholic. And I looked at her and said, what an ignorance. Who is blind but my people? And another one said, oh, are you going to that church? Why don't you come to this church? Because this church is... the one that owns the church is one. Whether you are for Apollo or for Paul, it doesn't matter. Paul planted, Apollo watered, glory be to God. So, every day, I want you, as a Christian, as someone that has heard of the word of God, that knows the word of God, and knows that it's not doing anything, I want you to know the consequence of you not doing anything about what you have heard. You are making the people of God be plundered and looted. All of them trapped in pits, or even hidden away in prisons. There will come a day, and the day is here. Don't say that I am like Isaiah that prophesies bad things, but I will tell you the truth. If you are not careful, in Britain, Christians will hide away because your enemy is not one. On one side, you have the idolaters and those people that does not want Christ. On the other hand, you have another religion rising up against you. You are in the middle. And what are you doing? You are not fighting. You are not getting your act together. Rather, what are you doing? You are busy with things that are not relevant. Soldiers are not meant to concern themselves with the things of this world, but to face the battle. Very soon, if you are not careful, you will be plundered. If you are not careful, you will be looted and trapped in pits, or even hidden away in prisons. John the Baptist was not a popular preacher, but he said the truth. Jesus was neither a popular preacher, but he said the truth. And today I'm saying the truth. They have become plundered. No one to rescue them. Britain and America has always rescued Christians. During the time when Jerusalem was sacked, plundered, looted, it was Britain and France that started the crusade. And they went to the head of Jerusalem and they took it back. And that is why we can talk about Christianity today. That was a long time ago. Now, Britain has fallen. Jerusalem is just a matter of time. So, if Britain, if the world, if Christianity as a whole will not open its eyes, I pray that we will not be hidden away. I pray that we will not be stuck in prison. I pray that we will not be plundered. Who will rescue? They said, who will rescue the prey from the predator, or the strong man, or the weak from the hand of the strong man, except the one that is stronger than him, so that he will first bind the strong man and rescue the weak. But now when the strong man has been bound, the one that is supposed to rescue you has been bound, who will rescue you? If there is trouble in the world today against Christianity, where will you hide? Because that trouble is coming. I might be talking to you, I might be talking to thousands of people, it doesn't matter. I'll tell you, that trouble is coming. What are you going to do about it? Some people say, I pray I will not be alive. But what about your children? Because it's coming. It's coming. Some people are counting how many local governments or how many borough has fallen, and you are saying, how much can we get from them? Greed is making them fall. But there is hope.
Amen.
But there is hope.
Amen.
But before I say that, let's go to Ephesians 5. Ephesians 5:4. Ephesians 5:4. These are the things we do. Ephesians 5:4. So that we will know our sins. And we will know them very well. Okay. Okay. Start from 3, please. So that I will not confuse you. But sexual immoralities, any impurity or greed. Can you see? Greed. That is why we are collecting so much from those countries that we are selling our opportunity and our rights to speak clearly, to speak loudly, to speak with authority. Because is it not money? Is it not petrol? Is it not gold? Is it not diamond that we are looking for? But we are selling those rights that we have because of our greed. Not even to be heard of among us as a proper saint. Go to 4. And also, we have made a joke of ourselves. If anyone can show me a movie where Muhammad was shown, Muhammad's face was shown, and yet Muhammad was said to be a prophet, not a son of God, a prophet. And they reverenced him so much that his face could not be shown in a movie. But what do we have? In the 60s, all the pictures that we are having today of Jesus Christ was the picture of an actor in the 60s that came out and acted Jesus Christ for the first time. And that's the picture of Jesus Christ. If you see any picture of Jesus Christ, that is his face. The man is still alive today. That is your God. Because each time you put his image down and you say, Lord Jesus, you are not worshiping God himself, you are worshiping that person. And the commandment says, the first commandment says, thou shalt not have any other God except me. Thou shalt not make any graven image of anything on earth or in heaven or under the sea or under the earth. You must not bow down to it, neither should you worship it, because I am a jealous God. That is what we are doing. And you're wondering why they call us idol worshippers, why they call us infidel. Are we not practicing it? A prophet's face was so reverent that it could not be shown in movie. But we are making blockbusters of how Jesus Christ had another wife, Mary Magdalene, that got pregnant for him and everything. And that is what we're learning. And you're wondering why Christianity is dwindling. Why Christianity is reducing in number. We are the enemies of our own selves. Because we are blind. Because we are deaf. Because we could not hear. Because Isaiah has warned us that who is blind in Isaiah 19 and 20 and 21. That who is blind but those that the Lord has sent. As I said, there is hope. Someone say there is hope.
There is hope.
There is hope.
There Very so.
Let's go to Isaiah 42, verse 16. 42, verse 16. Isaiah 42, verse 16. It says, I will lead the blind by the ways they have not known. That is, God is saying that he has realized that the servant he has sent to the world to take care of them, rather than them feeding the people, they are feeding the sheep and they are eating from the sheep without replenishing it. And God said, I, that is he, Jehovah El Shaddai, the Almighty One, will personally lead the blind by the way they have not known. Along an unfamiliar path, he said he will guide them. He said he will turn darkness into light before them and make the rough places smooth. These are the things he will do. These are the things I will do. I will not forsake them. He said, I will not forsake them. So, people cannot help God. You can only walk according to what God has said. God has said he has given you the eyes to see, but you are not seeing. He has given you the ears to hear, but you are not hearing. He said he himself is tired. He will do it. In actual fact, he said he has travailed. Please, can you go to 14? That is how upset God can be on this matter. Because he has sent so many prophets, so many apostles, so many reverends, so many pastors, so many people, that they should go and liberate the people. But they have not. So, he said, for a long time I have kept silence. In my silence I sent Prophet A. In my quietness I sent Pastor B. In my understanding I sent Reverend C. I sent them all, apostles, that they should go and tell the people how to act. Don't scare them. Heaven is coming, hell is coming. That's not the issue. The issue is, how am I supposed to act? What am I supposed to do? You are not telling me that I'm a soldier, and you are telling me that I should fight. You are not giving me courage, but you are telling me that the war is coming. He has sent those apostles, those people, those men of God, not to plunder the people, but to tell them. And God said, for a long time I have kept silence. He said, I have been quiet and held back. That God has held back. That he said he will do, but he can do, he's able to do, he's capable of doing, but he's holding back. Because he's giving you another chance. That a mighty man of God is going to fall. And he's going to fall and lots of people will shout. He's telling you, he said, I'm giving you more chance. I am keeping quiet. He said, I kept silence. I have been quiet and I held myself back. When God is angry, who can stand? The one that at the blast of his nostril, the ocean split into two. The one that puts his feet down and his presence alone, mountains starts hopping. And they are skipping like lamb. Even the hills like young lamb. The one that just by his command, nations were destroyed. And he said, I am holding myself back. Ask Pharaoh. when God decides to release his anger, firstborn of Egypt died. A whole king, the biggest king, the strongest king in the world, ate grass for 7 years. Who are you not to fear the Most High God? He said, but now, and that is what I fear most. He said, I've been quiet for so long. He said, but now, like a woman in childbirth. We all know how a woman is when she's giving birth. I'm lucky enough to witness my wife give birth to our children. So I know. When they travail, another Bible version says, I travail. When a woman wants to give birth, she will be in so much pain. She will be sweating. She will be screaming. She will have mixture of anger, pain, joy, confusion, fear, all in one. All her body will reject everything. No matter how pretty she is, as at that time, when a woman is giving birth, she will never care about her clothes. If you cover her, she will throw it away. If you hold her, she will squeeze you. If you smile at her, she will look at you fearfully. And God said, just like that, in total anger, in total strength, in total determination, to push out those people, he said, like a woman giving birth, I cry out. I gasp. I pant. He said, I will lay waste. God will not reject us.
Amen.
But we need to be sensitive. Who is he that is talking? Who is he? Who is his father? My father is the Most High God. Why would he talk like this? Why would he be talking to the men of God? The truth is that I fear the one that sent me more than I fear you. You can only destroy my body, but I fear the one that is capable of destroying my soul. And he said I should tell you, like a woman in labor, I am travailing. I am travailing and panting. I'm gasping. I am trying to bring forth. But when I bring forth, who can stand? For so long God has kept quiet. And the name of God has been brought to disrepute. And rather you build things and you plunder the people of God. Those people that because of the name of God that you carry, that is why they started building that building for you. Because of the name of God that you carry, that you say you represent, that is why they are working for you day and night. Yet you are plundering them. You are not impacting any positive thing to their life. You are taking away from them. You are not making them happy, but you are making them sad daily. God said, I have been quiet for too long. For a long time I have been silent. I have held myself back. Like a woman in labor, be careful. There's a saying that says, hell has no fury like a woman's anger. Imagine the anger coming with emotion. Imagine the emotion coming with gasping and panting. When a king escapes, and said, let me have milk. And he rested in the tent. A woman went and put a peg, the tent peg, on his head and hammered it down. That is anger. I will tell you. It's time to rebuild the kingdom of God. It's time to rebuild the kingdom of God. It's time to change from our ways. If I say I'm not guilty of this, I'm lying. I am as guilty as all of you. But when God says, it's time, don't let me travail. Don't let me gasp. Don't let me cry out in anger. Don't let me bring forth, because nations will crumble. What happens if that your comfort zone, your church? I have branches in so many church places. What happens if each one of your members is being haunted and your church is being burnt down just because you have eyes you cannot see? That is time to start building the people rather than counting how much comes from them. It's time to start giving back rather than looking for how much to collect from them. If you are busy with that, and in your confusion, trouble comes. I remember a pastor saying in the northern parts of Nigeria, he said, when the radicals came and they plundered us and they killed, his wife was killed and his children. He said, when they killed everything I had and they took everything from me, the Christians were not there. The Christians were not there to rescue us. Neither did they send anything to us. Because that is what we are used to doing. We just want to collect. We just want to receive where we did not sow. We just want to oppress the people. Call me father. If you don't call me, clear the road. 700 bodyguards. The Holy One of Israel says, I don't walk with a bodyguard. But if I am the Son of God, I said what my Father says. He says, humble yourself. Go back to the days when I was talking to you clearly. When it is not about politics, it is about me. It is not about how much people reverence you, but it is how much people come to you because of me. I am coming back to the art of worship. It's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I am sorry about the things I made it. It's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. God said, I will travel. And if I give birth out of my panting and gasping, I will lay waste the mountain. I'm reading verse 15 now of the same chapter. I will lay waste the mountains and hill, and dry up all the vegetation. I will turn rivers into islands, and dry up the pools. I will lead the blind. Who can stand in the judgment of God? Please let us repent. God said he's been quiet. Everyone that can hear my voice today, it's not time to sit down. The Knights Templars fought for Christianity, but the battle that we are fighting now is not of flesh and blood, but of principalities and power in the high places. The people that are fighting against us now are not fighting with swords. They are not fighting with guns. They are fighting psychological warfare. They are buying everything. Churches are folding. First, the children of the devil takes your children away from the church. And they say the church is no more interesting. The next thing, they know that the old ones are weak and feeble, just like every battle. And behind, they will come and pay you to sell your soul. The church that your great-great-grandfather has built and worshiped God in, you will now sell it as a mosque. You will now sell it as a beer parlor, as a bar, as a restaurant. You will sell that place as hill climbing or residential home. You are dropping the ball. You are losing it. There was a song that says, step by step, we're moving forward. Little by little, we're gaining ground. That is not the song that we can sing again. Not in Britain, not in Nigeria, not in many countries, not even in Israel. In actual fact, if we are not careful, we are singing, step by step, we are backsliding. Little by little, we are losing ground. Is that the song that we want to sing? Is that the song we want to sing? Very soon, if we are not careful, we will sit down by the rivers of Babylon and they will taunt us and say, sing to us. Sing those songs that you used to sing in your churches. Sing those songs that you used to sing when you are worshiping God. Come and sing it to us. They will gather around and they will make you a jester. And they will say, sing. And that is when you will realize that by the river of Babylon, how can you sing a holy song in a strange land? But you are not being taken away to a strange land now. The strange land is coming to you. It's taking over everything you have. Your principle, your morals, your way of life is going. And the only thing you can think of is how much petrol and how much crude oil I can collect and how much diamonds and gold I can collect. They will perish. Before you were born, gold has been, and it's not, you cannot destroy it. But your way of life and your children will be carried into captivity. And these people, this army that are coming, has no mercy. Arise. Arise. Those that you're fighting against are not ordinary anymore. From the north, you are fighting against the non-believers. From the east, you're fighting against the non-believers. From the south, you're fighting against ignorance. From the west, you are fighting against idolaters. From the north, you're fighting against another religion. And you're in the middle. Repent and go back to the Lord. Leave all this money that you have made so much money in my ministry. And start fighting the battle that you are called to fight. You have received callings, but you will not go to Afghanistan. Your calling says you should go to the United States and to Britain. But your calling did not say you should go and rescue anybody. God will have mercy.
Amen.
Oh Lord, I said, what should I say to these people today? And you said, I will teach you what you say. And you have said what you want to say to them. Father, let everyone that hear understand.
Amen.
Let everyone that listens know that the way you feel At the end of the day, glorify your name.
Amen.
Father, show mercy. Exalt your name above all.
Amen.
Let all reverence you.
Amen.
Father, we have failed you and we know that. We have run after those things that are perishable. We have looked forward to the days that we will be free to do things that is against you. Father, we are coming back. Have mercy.
Amen.
Did you not say if you find one person that is righteous, you will not destroy the land? Father, in the same way, we say, look, show mercy.
Amen.
When you are to destroy Nineveh, and you send your prophets, you said, just tell them that I will destroy them if they did not change. Father, we are changing. Do not destroy us.
Amen.
Do not destroy us.
Amen.
Jonah refused to go, but you forced him to go because in your mercy you did not want to destroy Nineveh. And at the end of the day, when he told them, they repented. Father, give us the repentance heart so that we will do your will.
Amen.
We are weak, but you're strong. You know tomorrow from today. And you've shown perilous time that is coming. But Father, let this cup pass over us.
Amen.
Remove this oppression.
Amen.
Save us, O Lord.
Amen.
Once again, entrust your word in our mouth.
Amen.
Entrust your love in us.
Amen.
Let us be able to fight again.
Amen.
And rise up again.
Amen.
Let us lift your banner again.
Amen.
Once again, O Lord. Samson said, once again, Father, help me to fight these Philistines.
Amen.
And in your mercy you listened.
Amen.
And it was recorded that the people that he killed that day are more than the people that he has ever killed. And once again, your people lived in peace.
Amen.
Father, bring that peace.
Amen.
Glorify your name.
Amen.
War is brewing from north. Fear is flowing down. Father, silence it.
Amen.
Bring peace again.
Amen.
Bring peace again.
Amen.
And glorify your name.
Amen.
In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
In Jesus' mighty name we pray.
Amen.